If roast chicken is my all-time favorite dinner, my second favorite dinner is grilled roasted chicken, whole chickens on the grill that are butterflied. I always throw some lemons on the grill because it makes an incredible sauce. Now, I mentioned we're making lemon chicken, and the way we're gonna get the lemon flavor into the chicken is through a little lemon zest right under the skin. So taking one of these lemons and my trusty rasp style grater, I'm gonna zest a lemon, looking for about 2 teaspoons of lemon zest. Of course, I washed these lemons already. All right. So I'm just cutting these lemons all in half. There's about 5 lemons, including the one I zested. I'm gonna throw these on the grill right next to the chicken so they get some nice grill marks. And the flavor of a grilled lemon, if you've never had it, is its own thing. The acidity dies away and the sweetness comes out. And of course you get the char and the smoke from the grill and it makes the best sauce. All right, so these are ready for the grill. Now let's make the salt and pepper and lemon zest rub that we're gonna put under the chicken skin. So again, that's 2 teaspoons of lemon zest. To that, I'm gonna add 1.5 teaspoons of salt and 1 teaspoon of black pepper. Oh, when the zest hits the salt, it really brings out all the aroma. Okay, I'm also gonna make a little bowl of salt and pepper to sprinkle over the top of the chickens because by the time I get there, my hands are gonna be all chickeny. So this is a nice little bowl where I don't have to worry about contaminating my bigger things of salt and pepper. All right, there we go. Those are ready to go. Now time for the chicken. We're gonna roast 2 chickens because my theory is if you're gonna cook 1 chicken, you might as well cook 2 and have great leftovers. So these are officially broiler chickens. They're 3.5 to 4 pounds each. And I'm gonna show you how to butterfly them. Now I've already butterflied 1. Butterflying is a great trick if you're cooking them on the grill because a flat chicken just cooks more evenly and is easier to maneuver around the hot grill. So here we have the chicken. I'm gonna flip it over on its back and I'm gonna use a good pair of poultry shears. We're just gonna cut up either side of the backbone. And I save every backbone. I actually have a bin of them in the freezer. And when the bin's full, I make a big pot of broth in an electric pressure cooker. And then that is liquid gold in the freezer. Okay, so up one side, just cutting out the backbone. And this is why I love a good pair of chicken shears, saving the backbone for later. All right, now let's flip the bird over. You can see the wings are tucked nicely out of the way. That's good. That gives you a nice surface area for the chicken to hit the grill. Now we're gonna flatten it out. You just wanna press on it a little bit to crack that breastbone. Now I'm gonna cover it with plastic wrap that I've already got waiting for me. Again, because my hands are chickeny, I'm being very careful with what I'm touching. Give it a quick pound with a meat pounder. You really just have to focus on the breast here. That's good. And again, that just helps it stay nice and flat so it cooks evenly. All right, now let's bring both chickens up onto the board. And now I'm gonna use my fingers, turning the chickens around. I'm just loosening the skin on the breast and the thigh. And that makes a nice little pocket for me to slide this lemon zest, salt and pepper mixture underneath. All right, now I'm gonna lift up the skin, put some of that mixture underneath. All right, and now I'm just gonna rub it all in. I try to get the mixture under the skin and then work to rub it around. Oh, by rubbing this lemon zest and the salt into the meat, you get a lovely lemon flavor. All right, that's 1 chicken done. Chicken number 2, get all that mixture underneath there. Now rub it all in. Now I'm just gonna put some salt and pepper on the outside. All right, so now we're gonna put the chickens on a wire rack and I'm gonna let these refrigerate uncovered for at least an hour. But you can do this up to a day ahead. And of course, the longer you let them sit with the salt and the lemon zest, the more flavor they get. All right, this grill has been heating up with all the burners on high for 15 minutes and it is screaming hot, which is perfect because now I'm gonna clean the grill. In fact, I always clean the grill right before I start cooking. Gives you a clean grill to start, but also it gives all that goop that's stuck on the grill time to dry out and reheat with the grill so that it comes right off super easy. So first up, get a good grill brush. You want to scrape the dickens out of these grill grates. Get off anything that's stuck on. All right, step 2 is that I'm gonna take a wad of paper towels and a nice long pair of tongs so I don't burn my hands. And here I have a bowl of vegetable oil. So I'm just gonna dip the paper towels in the vegetable oil and I'm gonna rub them over the hot grill grates
several times. Now, if you're cooking something delicate like fish, feel free to do this 10, 12 times and really build up a nice non-stick surface. So what's happening is this oil is polymerizing on the hot grill grates, again, which just prevents food from sticking. It also, as you see, helps pick up any loose grime that's on the grill grate so it doesn't stick to your food. Now, time to grill the chicken. So here are the butterflied chickens that have been sitting in the fridge. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna leave one burner on. I'm gonna turn the other burners off. So we have a hot side and a cooler side. Essentially, I'm turning this grill into an oven. And you want to put the chickens on the cooler side of the grill with the legs facing the hotter side, because the breast meat you want to cook more gently. The thigh meat can get to a higher temperature. Skin side down the whole time. All right. And you want to monitor that burner so that the grill registers between 350 and 375 degrees. So those chickens are going to take anywhere from 40 to 50 minutes. Again, we're looking for an internal temperature of 160 in the breast and about 175 in the thigh. Now I'm going to take all these lemons, including the lemon that I had zested. I'm going to put them right on the hot side of the grill. And I'm going to use the juice from these grilled lemons to make a fantastic vinaigrette for the chicken. And if you've never grilled a lemon, well, it's time to start, because the heat of the grill caramelizes the lemons and it makes the juice almost taste sweet. So we're going to grill these lemons for about 5 minutes until they're nice and charred. So these lemons have been grilling for about 5 minutes, and you can see they're gorgeous. The juice is really starting to run, which is good. And you can see they're nice and caramelized. Oh, the flavor of grilled lemon juice. Once you get the hang of it, you're gonna always throw a lemon on the grill or two when you're cooking anything. All right, so the lemons are off. Now I'm gonna put the lid down and I'm gonna continue to cook those chickens again for another 30 minutes or so. And I'm gonna keep my eye on the temperature dial. You really don't want the grill to get hotter than 375 or else the chicken will just cook too fast. So keep my eye on the chicken and we're off. Those chickens have been on the grill for about half an hour. Oh, they smell good. And again, I'm gonna take the temperature before we move them to the hot side to get nice and brown. We're looking for 160 in the breast or 175 in the thigh. There we go, 160 in the breast. We'll check the thigh for good measure, although usually if the breast is cooked, the thigh is just right on. And the thighs can actually go over 175 a little bit. They can take a little extra heat because they're dark meat. They get nice and tender when they get a little hotter. All right, we're good to go. All right, so now it's time to move the chickens from the cool side of the grill to the hot side of the grill just for a few minutes, just to get them nice and browned. Now you want to handle the chickens as gently as you can at this point, because that skin's pretty delicate and the tongs can really tear it up. So you try to keep it intact as best you can. All right, they've been firing away here on the hot side. Time to take a look. Oh, now that is a beautiful chicken. Oh, yes, gorgeous. Now I'm just going to tent these chickens loosely with foil and bring them inside to rest while we pull the rest of the meal together.
So here I have the grilled lemons. I'm gonna juice a few of them to make about 1/3 of a cup of juice. That's for the sauce. The rest I'm just gonna cut up into wedges that we can garnish the platter with. So, the warm lemons juice so easily. Now I'm just gonna cut up the rest of these lemons and we can put them around the platter and people can grab them as they want to for their own chickens. Oh, the smell of lemons. It smells so good. All right, put these back in the bowl till we're ready to assemble the platter. So now I'm gonna turn this grilled lemon juice into a quick sauce. That's just gonna take a little bit of sugar, just a teaspoon of sugar. I know I'm not a big fan of sweet sauces, but because this is such a lemony sauce, the sweetness just balances out some of the bitterness. So that's a teaspoon of sugar. Gonna add 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 1/2 teaspoon of ground black pepper, 2 teaspoons of Dijon, 2 tablespoons of minced fresh parsley, 1 clove of garlic, and I'm just gonna use a rasp grater because it makes the garlic a nice puree that works itself evenly into the sauce. Last but not least, 2/3 of a cup of olive oil, extra virgin olive oil. While whisking, I'm slowly gonna add the oil, try to emulsify it. That Dijon is a wonderful emulsifier. All right, set that sauce aside. Now that chicken has been resting, so it's time to cut it up. Oh, Beautiful chickens. For this, I'm gonna use a carving board, which has a nice moat around the edge. That just traps any juices that comes out of the chicken. Doesn't get all over your counter. There's lots of different ways to cut up a butterfly chicken for serving. But for this meal, which is on the rustic side, I'm just gonna cut it into big parts. So cutting up half a chicken, gonna cut up the drum and the thigh. I like cutting off the wings. Sometimes they don't even make it to the platter. It's what I call a kitchen snack. Now for the breasts, I'll cut them each in half, or about 2/3, 1/3, because this side's obviously thicker. That way people can grab a piece of white meat and a piece of dark meat. Add the lemons to the platter. Last, I'm gonna pour just a little bit of the sauce over the chicken, about 1/3 of a cup. The sauce is everything. This right here is the summer dinner of champions. A little bit of chicken, so moist, and that lemon sauce has such good zing to it, a little bit of sweetness. Thanks for watching. What'd you think? Leave a comment below and let me know what you're excited to cook this week. And while you're at it, hit that subscribe button. You can get today's recipes and more for free at our website, americastestkitchen.com/JuliaAtHome.